Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click that notify button, and you'll never miss a video again.
But what you are going to get here is CM Punk starting the show with an in-ring promo directed at Seth Rollins. Said if Rollins wanted to interrupt him, he'd be glad to give him the wrestling lesson that he wanted, like he did way back when, and he'd do it for free. Punk was out there for damn near 10 minutes before Rollins came out through the crowd. They went back and forth on the microphone for a while as Rollins worked his way down towards ringside. They end up brawling around ringside, and then they get them broken up. Then they brawled throughout the crowd, and the officials had to break them up. So that was about the first 20 minutes of the show. Then they went to the Judgment Day, which was shown in their clubhouse. Finn asked everybody where they were on Saturday night. Liv Morgan explained where everyone was in the most condescending of ways before she and Raquel and Dom left, and Finn was left to stew about it because, you know, with Finn, if you listen to him, you get the win. We'll see how that goes later on. After a commercial break, Adam Pearce confronted Seth Rollins. Rollins wanted a match with Punk. After Pearce stormed off, Drew McIntyre walked up to Seth, told him when it comes to the bloodline, you told me to get over it. Well, it's not so easy when it's all up in your face now, is it? Drew tells him that everyone that is enabling Roman Reigns needs to be taken out. And then finally, it needs to be Roman Reigns that gets taken out. Seth says he's already taken out Roman at WrestleMania, and by his side at that time were Sammy and Jay, and those are his friends. He respects them, but the jury is still out on Drew, so he didn't completely take a shot at Drew right there. He hit him a little bit, but the fact of the matter is he left the door open a little bit by saying the jury is still out. Seth then said he was leaving to do what Drew could not, and that was take out CM Punk. We got our first of the three matches. Intercontinental Championship, Braun Breaker defended against Ludwig Kaiser. They gave him lots of time. 18 minutes and 15 seconds, I think, is what Cage Match had up there. It was really very good. Kaiser worked on Breaker's left shoulder throughout the match, and Breaker had to try to sell that and did a fantastic job. And that was, I think, the point of this match was give Braun Breaker some more time that he's not going to get anywhere else. You don't really do house shows. You got the big holiday tour that's going to be coming up here in a couple of weeks, but Braun Breaker, the only thing that he needs to do is just wrestle more matches. He's already so great in so many ways, and you can see how good he could possibly be as a main eventer for a long time, and Ludwig Kaiser was the right guy for him to be in with. Him and Sheamus was a good matchup. Now him and Ludwig Kaiser having their feud, which now looks like it's probably over. Breaker got a gut buster and a running spear, got the victory, so he was still selling the shoulder, but he comes out on top. Probably going to be going away from Ludwig now. Interesting to see what Braun Breaker has planned for the Royal Rumble. The New Day then showed up. They ran into Rey Mysterio as they were trying to go in the locker room, and Rey said they are not allowed in. Kofi complained to him, and Rey said, well, they crossed the line when it comes to Big E. They then showed Cody getting laid out after Saturday night's main event by Kevin Owens. They made sure to point out 45 million social media views. So there you go. Joe Tessitore tells us that Cody does not have a fractured neck, for all of you out there that were wondering about Cody's condition today. We got an awesome War Raiders video package talking about all of their past injuries and why they were motivated for the tag team title match coming up later on in the night against Finn Balor and JD McDonough. It was very, very well done. Kathy Kelly then talked to Adam Pearce, who revealed that Punk and Rollins will wrestle on the January 6th debut of Raw on Netflix. So that joins now the Tribal Combat match between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa. Wonder if that show is going to be 3 hours. You already have two matches right there. You could argue that because it's Punk and Rollins and because Reigns and Sikoa, it's not the match that would have to go a long time. It's everything around it. It's the entrances. It's the clothes and anything, any afterbirth that's going to take place after the match. All of that sort of stuff that takes place in there. You're going to need time for that. So if it's only a 2-hour show, maybe we're only going to get 2 matches. Maybe they put on another short one in there. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they are going back to 3 hours, and then we can complain about that for several weeks after until we get used to it again.
Instead of suffering through the YouTube chat, click like and subscribe.